Anyatra dharmad, anyatra adharmat. Is this statement means that Gnani is beyond papa and punya, though he done wrong things? Question. I know one Pithadipati doing all wrong things and justifying himself quoting this mantra. You see, I don't know about that Pithadipati you're talking. When you live a life of dharma, both Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma. એક મિનિટ. હું કરું છું તને અડધા કલાકમાં. Ministers coming, so many phone calls tomorrow. Dharma, Samanya Dharma means values. Satya, Ahimsa, Aparigraha, Asta ityadi. Vishesha Dharma means your duty according to your position in the society. Your brother, sister, mother, father, neighbor, citizen, owner of a company or colleague, etc. Knowledge is possible only when you live a life of dharma. Okay? The Gnani. And to what extent? See, what is that fulfillment in terms of living a life of dharma? When can you say, I have lived, you're ready for knowledge? When you are incapacitated to do adharma. You are incapable. Like even Gandhiji speaking truth. How long? When you just can't but speak truth. You cannot speak untruth. Like hygiene sense. You can't eat with dirty hands. You know there are bacteria and things like that. You are incapacitated. So to gain knowledge, person must be living a life of dharma. It is like president and the prime minister. They are not checked when they come from abroad. Their baggages are not checked. What did you bring? Custom fellows. But then, who will become president? One who has lived a life of dharma. Then only he is qualified. Of course, there are exceptions like Trump and etc. And our Lalu Prasad Yadav and all become chief minister. That is some prarabdha, Bhumi prarabdha, or Rahul Gandhi for that matter. So, if he or she is Gnani, he or she would be nothing but living a life of dharma. The first part of the statement is true. Gnani is beyond papa and punya because there is no kartrutva. But whatever incidental kartrutvam is in terms of doing, that person will be doing seva only, lok sangraha. Inadvertently, or every karma has mishra phalam. Ishtam, anishtam, mishram cha, trividha karmana phalam. So it will be some, like if you do yajna, it's a punya karma, but there is some papam. Because you are burning and some bugs and insects will die. Something will always be there. In a modern life, you drive in the evening in monsoon. So you, on the glass, front glass, there will be so many insects dying on the road. So you can't avoid that. But this person is free from papa punya because doesn't have that sense to do. Doesn't have any inclination to do papa. Now if this Pithadipati is doing and justifying, then I have doubt about his being Brahmagnani. Why should you do wrong thing and justify that I am beyond that? That's not proper. But person is Pithadipati doesn't mean he is Gnani. You can't conclude that. That's itself is wrong assumption or presumption. Pithadipatis can be ignorant also. So, you may quote, that's a window they use it to get away in the eyes of the devotees. But you cannot get away from Bhagavan. That Pithadipati is ignorant. And doing this, karma phala will catch him. You will have to pay through his nose. What all here they do it. The antak knowledge presupposes purity of the mind. And antakarana shuddhi takes place only when you live a life of dharma. Dharma, even in pursuit of artha kama. Therefore, dharma, artha kama. There is nothing wrong in having ambition. But ambition should be fulfilled through proper means, through dharma. Any ambition, if you fulfill through improper means, it is greed, lobha. Lobha pushes you to cross the boundaries of dharma. But if you are within the boundaries of dharma and have ambition, nothing wrong in it. Arjuna wanting to win the war was a dharmic yuddha. See, nothing wrong in it. Duryodhana wanting to win the battle means foul or fair. That is greed. That is only we are against. Hindu dharma doesn't say, sab kharab hai, chhod do, this is bad, keep away. That we don't say like Buddhas and some Jainas also talk like this. Sarvam dukkham kshanikam. Why should you say so? It is Lakshmi. Have it if you need. Nothing wrong in it. Even Grahastha is also called ashram. And what I live is also ashram. But that becomes ashrama provided there is a life of dharma. Husband, wife lives a life of dharma, not otherwise. You know, these people don't study Shastra properly. There are some Vedantin Swamis. They say, give up desires. You should not have desires. You can't. That you want me to give up desire itself is a desire in you. Telling, give up desire. Why should I give up? You want me to give up? And they say, less the desire, like lesser the expectation, you will be happy. You don't decide to expect. And to have expectation is natural. You can't live a life without expecting. You can't do anything without expecting. You can't relate without expecting. You expect certain degree, certain level of relationship, and then only you want to relate. And if that person relates some improperly, you say, I never expected this from you. You invest your emotions in any relationship, only with expectation. You can't. No, but give up expectation. It is your shirt or what? You give up. Can't give up. Very wrong statements. Have less desires. How can you have less desires? Bhagavan says, I am desire. See, in Bhagavata, Bhagavan's son is Kama avatar, Pradyuman. Pradyuman, brother, is a Kama personified. Bhagavan's son. And Bhagavan says, I am Kama in Gita. But which? Dharma aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarsha. Hey Bharatarsha, hey Arjuna, dharma aviruddha, not in opposition to dharma, means in concomitance to dharma. Kama, the desire, aligning dharma is me. Vishnu Sahasranam, Dharmo Dharma Gopta. His name is Dharma. Bhagavan's name is Dharma. So, desire per se is not bad. Don't say it is bad. Give up desire. Why should you? It's an expression of Bhagavan. Provided it is in the boundaries of Dharma. Otherwise, desire to kill also becomes Bhagavan. It is not true. Dharma aviruddha. So, if person crossing boundaries of dharma and justifying, that means he is going against Ishvara. He is going against Bhagavan. Bhagavan's job is to establish dharma. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. I take birth again and again to establish dharma in the society. Dharma only sustains the world. Human life is sustained only by dharma. That is what we call ecological imbalance, is out of adharma. That is his job. And how can you compromise dharma and justify this? That's the Hiranyagarbha syndrome. That Rakshasa Hiranyagarbha, if you read Bhagavatam, he had a brother Hiranyaksha, elder brother. He was also killed by Vishnu. So he had a tremendous vengeance. He killed my brother. An ambition. I want to be God. I want to be worshipped. So when his sister-in-laws, mean Bhabhi, brother's wives cried because husband died, this Rakshasa gives them Bauddhikam, Upadesha, pulse of wisdom. Don't cry, Bhabhi. After all, human life is subject to death. To die is in a Sharira Dharma. Atma is different. He tells he himself commits all adharmas. So that is, if that Mahatma is doing like that, I would say he is the Hiranyagarbha syndrome, Hiranyakashyapa syndrome. There are shlokas in Bhagavatam. Generally, Pratyek Atma is inner self of individual, Jiva. Ever in first mantra, how we should take, whether individual or inner self of all, Charaya Nachara, Paranchikhani Vetrunat Swayambhu Tasmat Parang Pashyati Nantaratma. Kaschit Dhira Pratyagaatmanam Ekshata. That is obviously inner self. Okay? But understand what does we mean by inner self. You have to take Lakshyartha, implied meaning. There is no inner and outer. Like in India there are ring roads, outer ring road, inner ring road. There is a typical Indian expression you will find. So there is no inner and outer. When we say inner, or when we say innermost, it means not subject to objectification. That which cannot be objectified, or the one who is the subject. That is what is meant by inner. And when we say external self, That means the self which is available for objectification. That means adhyas, ahankara. Upadhi tadatmya. When one says I am man or woman or young or old, etc., that means he or she is identifying her with the body. That is I. But outer. Outer why? Because it is available for objectification. It is drashyam. It is known. So, the inner self of Jiva, this phrase you should understand. Jiva is inner self. Jiva is not away from inner self. In fact, it is the inner self who appears as Jiva because of ignorance. There are no two things, Jiva and inner self. Why I am elaborating this? The word inner has confused so many Mahatmas. They talk. Dive deep within in the seat of meditation. Go to deep. What deep? If you go, you will get only gases, stomach problems. You will not have anything other than stomach issues because of pani puris and dabeli and vada pav, Bombay. There is no inner. Go deep. What is deep? And they change the tone also. And suddenly, while they're talking, but they will close this. The consciousness is within. The within. You have to go deep. Deep. This some raga. Not raga, what is that singer? That fellow is our Gai things, what is that name? Punjabi guy. He's Jalota. Jalota. There is a singer called Anup Jalota. So he has a habit of lengthening the last vowel. You know, मोहे लागी लगन ऐसा क्या नहीं एक बीज चरणन की like that he will go. Similarly, dive deep vidhi in the seat of meditation, go beyond. They are all nonsense. What beyond? What within? This is within means subject, that's all. Because even if you look inside, there are no walls. So you go within. What within you mean? They always make it mystical. It is to be taught. Mathematics cannot be mystical. Meditate and you will understand 2 plus 2 is 4. How? We are talking of the fact. Your Ananda is a fact. Why should you make it mystical and meditative? They create like this. So there is no inner self of Jiva. That Jiva who is identified with physio-psycho complex. And his Swarupa is, his nature is de-identified one. Adhyasa. I am taking myself, body, mind, etc. And therefore it is said, not that, other one. It is exactly like telling an actor who has lost the balance. He started playing the role of a king and suddenly started believing I am king. So royal we, kings and the prime ministers and presidents talk. They don't say I did it. We have this king. We have reached to moon of India. We reached. That is, we means on behalf of the subject. That is royal we. Like company's chairman will talk as we. We did this. We will do that, like that. So this fellow had always we in Hindi. Hum padharenge, we shall come. Is there anybody in? We have arrived. That was the role script on the stage. You know. So he just got into him. So when he came home, he said, we have come. Is there anybody here? Hello, we are here. She was making roti. She suddenly came, yeah. Then this is called sakshatkar. You know that people have sakshatkar kshanam, moment. I mean, Mahatma celebrate sakshatkar divas, sakshatkar kshanam. Then when he saw that melon, no, I was wondering, did you ask me to bring vegetables? बाजार से सब्जी लानी थी क्या कि मैं भूल had you told me to bring vegetables from market or no the royal we disappeared. To that fellow we say your real self, your inner self. What is it? You. The upadhi is identified. Similarly, physio-psycho complex is upadhi, there is identification. There is no inner and deeper. Even the shallow is self, not away from self. And the deeper also is not away from self. Self only appears as all this. So, that is a self of Charachara, that's true. If every experience is Brahmanubhava, what is wrong in getting the experience from outward objects also? How to understand this? Who said there is wrong? Nobody says. You cannot survive without experiencing the world. Suppose you run away to forest alone, but at least you have to relate to those birds, those animals in the forest, those trees, and some shishyas. You have to relate. Relating to world is not a problem. But begging to the world is a problem. All of us are beggars, begging happiness, begging peace, begging satisfaction. That's the only problem. Just because you have family, it doesn't make you samsari. You are relating. Go ahead, nothing wrong in it. If that in Tamil Nadu, Swamiji was telling, they have a colloquial usage. The man comes, he refers, I have brought my samsara. He came with his wife and told to Swamiji, today I have come with my samsara. So she can tell, I have come with my samsaro. Pullingam. Having a person whom you relate, even having children, having house, doesn't make you samsari. Otherwise, we should be all bigger samsaris. We have one house, we have big ashrams. You may have 2 bedrooms, we have 25 rooms and big kitchen. And we relate to thousands of people. You don't become samsari. I mean, just by relating. Relating is not a problem. Relating for fulfillment, for ananda is a problem. You relate out of fulfillment. Our relating is for becoming something. My happiness or my fullness is in becoming. That is samsari. And if you are a samsari, then there is samsara. If you are not samsari, this is jagat. There are 2 worlds. This is world. Nothing wrong. It's objects. You have to relate to survive. What can you do about it? At least you have to relate to the food, to eat. You can't survive without it. So, we relate with an agenda of becoming something. And my happiness, my fullness, my contentment, my satisfaction depends on becoming. Wise man is happy in being what he or she is. Full stop. And then relate. That relation with the world is not for happiness or security. It is out of fullness and out of security. So, in other words, that fellow is a giver always. Not only vastu, but unquantifiable emotions, wisdom, direction. He is a giver. Nothing to gain. Whereas other samsari is always a beggar. Make me happy, make me happy, make me happy. We seek that happiness from objects, from people, from situation, from places, from time, etc. That's all you relate. He doesn't want anything. So, relating is not an issue. For the time being, life of sannyasa or seclusion is given so that you own up the knowledge. Beggar doesn't go away. Then that frame of the mind becomes conducive to gain the knowledge. Like you are here for last 3 days. You will find difference in this atmosphere, continuous study. Hardly you have time to think something else. So that makes you assimilate the things. So, and even in ashram you have to relate to co-seekers. At least you have to relate to Guru. There is one-to-one. Yes, any more?
Yesterday in the class regarding Atma, that is covering, you were saying small or big. But Atma is referred to as Anurani and Mahitoma in Sanskrit.
See, Atma is the self, essence of everything. Like gold is the essence of every ornament. Any ornament is because of gold. So gold also can be told Anoho Aniyan. Why? Smaller than the smallest. Mahato Mahiyan, bigger than the biggest. From our 1 ton of gold, Vachane ka daridrata. Why should you be speaking miserly? Anyway, it is a saying. So, suppose they have a special necklace, like those queens wear, thick one. Necklace weighing 250 grams, 500 grams, thick necklace. Some of them wear thick ring here, so thick. What is the essence of that ring? And this nose ring, small one. Nose ring. Without anything added. And the fellow is so poor, it's just like a small wire. Lady is poor. She has a nose ring. But the smaller thing is also because of gold. Correct? And that 500 gram necklace is also because of gold. So gold is both. Smaller and mahan. So it's self. It is a substratum. Sat Swarupaha. Anything is because of his self. Yes.
So, Maji Sarvare, in the morning you chant that Anando.
Brahmeti Pyaja.
What is the meaning for that and why? I have heard in Gurukulam too when Swamiji, Sri Puja.
Yeah, it's a Panchakosh, it's a mantra in Taittiriya, our Yajurveda mantra. Understand one thing. Anandaha and Anantaha and peace, Shanti. Anand, Anantata and Sukh Shanti. Peace are synonym first. When you are happy, you are in peace. Even the activity. And when you are in peace, you are happy. Otherwise, nobody would want peace. If the peace is causing unhappiness, nobody wants it. So peace and happiness is same. And when you are happy, you are complete. At that moment, there is no complaint about haves and have not. Santosh. All other areas which caused you dissatisfaction. I am unhappy because of my hairs are like that. I am unhappy because my nose is like that. My color is so many causes of unhappiness. All that gets suspended for a moment when you are happy. There are 100 complaints about your partner. Son, daughter, mother, father, husband, wife. But in the moment of happiness, everything drops. That means you are full. No incompleteness within. Momentary. Any small, even eating ice cream or listening some joke, just small joke, and you laugh. Before that, you had nth number of things. About your destiny, about your future, about your relationship, about your finance, about your body, so many things. But momentarily, everything is suspended. And you laugh. That is happiness, fullness. Or you go to a sea beach, just watch the waves. It is sunset time, you are quiet. That moment also everything is suspended. Why people like to go out today? Now everybody has too much of urge to go out. Why they like forest? Why they like some resort more than a hotel? Because this ambience suspends your demands, your dissatisfaction momentarily. Momentarily. If you stay there for 3 days, same mind will come out. But somehow it impacts you. So each one wants it. It is exactly like having one shot. They drink, all agony and pain and frustration gets suspended. Therefore they are happy. So happiness, fullness and peace are synonyms. Shanti, Sukh and Anantata is synonym. That is Brahman. Satyam, Gnanam, Anantam Brahma. So the Bhrigu prays, asks his father Varun Rishi, Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, teach me Brahman. And it is Panchakosha Viveka. Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat, Annat Devakal Vimani Bhutan, etc. is there. And ultimately he says, Anando Brahmeti Vyajanat, Anandat Devakal Vimani Bhutani. So Ananda is Brahman. From Ananda only the creation has come. God is infinite. Anandena Jata, it survives because of Ananda. And Ananda is a cause of creation, material cause, so it dissolves into Ananda. That is a fact. So after puja, we pray, may you discover that. See, any pain is caused of ignorance. Again, Shoka is ignorance. So prayer, may you have that. And you become free.
ઘણીવાર એવી પરિસ્થિતિ આવે કે બુદ્ધિને દિલ ઓપોઝિટ ડિરેક્શનમાં હોય તો કોનું માનવાનું ને કેવી રીતે નિર્ણય લેવાનો?
You see, it depends whether you have a freedom to decide. When they are opposition, usually emotions are very powerful. They take you, they loot you. And this twofold faculty, cognitive and emotive. You have to settle accounts with your emotions. When people are lonely, usually they remember, or in meditation, they remember what all happened in the past. This fellow has done injustice. This fellow has done that. This was my luck. This is how it came up. All emotions, gang, 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 comes. So, when you go by emotion, you become Duryodhana. What is Duryodhana? Janami dharmam samaya brahma. I know what is right, but I am pulled by emotions, by emotion of like for kingdom, or I like to have fame, and I like to have power, whatever. That makes me cross the boundaries, dharma bound. So you have to go by buddhi only, anybody. And that buddhi also should be educated. Otherwise, buddhi will justify. So, Guru, first you have to go to a Guru. Gurukul Vasa is to train the buddhi to think properly. Buddhi has to learn to think properly. The Brahmacharya ashram is for that. And in our culture, every day you have to do japa. What japa? Gayatri. There are some subjects elective and some not compulsory. So whether you do Shiva Puja or Krishna Puja, this is elective. But this is compulsory. What is the meaning of Gayatri? Naha diyaha prachodayat. Hey Bhagavan, keep it okay. Let me think properly. So when you go by emotions, that means your instincts, your reactions are more powerful than by wisdom. And Shastra, see, you can see certain things in our culture which is there because of Vedas. In our culture, I grew up, and you must have, all of you, that if some doubt is there, then they go to some elders, some village elders, or some uncle, or some grandpa, or some guru. That same section is a Vakya. Atha yadi te karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat. If you have a doubt, vichikitsa, karma, with reference to actions, vritta, with reference to your conduct. Ye tatra brahmana sammarshinaha. Seek advice of brahmanas. Then qualifies also. Yukta ayukta aluksha dharmaka mahasyuhu. That wise person who has no axe to grind, selfless, pure-hearted, free from desires and etc., go to him. So we have custom to go by elders. Sometimes we listen to elders. Nowadays you have to say sometimes. And that formally elders said you have to do. So ultimately my thinking should be in alignment with Shastra. And my emotions should be my friend. Should be subservient to my buddhi. Asishta buddhi. In other words, what I feel like doing is the thing that I should be doing. And what I don't feel like doing is the thing I should not be doing. Beginning, it is Mahabharata. What I feel like doing is something that I should not. And what I don't feel like doing is something that I ought to. That alignment has to be brought in by efforts. That's a Purushartha. Natural love, emotion follows your buddhi.
Regarding the happiness and ananda, is there a difference or no difference? Because two views I have heard. Some people say when you say ananda, it should be the ultimate, and it should not depend on anything else. But when you say, some people say, when you listen to music or if you see some flower, whatever that you are happiness, that is also Brahmananda. That people say that.
It's true.
But both are different now, actually. It depends on something. Suppose.
You can, this is all jugglery of words. There is no difference between sukha and ananda, and happiness is an English word. You can write what is Vishaya Sukham.
Yeah.
It's real different. That is always born out of ignorance. It's dependent. You need something.
No, listening to music also a Vishaya Sukham.
Anything
Yeah.
is Vishaya Sukham. Seeing flower is also Vishaya Sukham. It's Vishaya Sukham. That reflects ignorant fellow seeking that. But it is the Sukham, anything belongs to Atma only. But manifestation takes place because of something else. For your case, when your means anybody, I became happy by seeing flower, that means Ananda manifested. It was clouded by ignorance. Same Ananda. Flower doesn't have happiness. You think it gives me happiness, which is not true. The same flower another fellow doesn't like. It is like cigarette. The fellow has cigarette, you should see them. They are in Brahmananda, Samadhi. And they will make round. I mean, you can see them so contemplative and different. If cigarette gives me happiness, then anybody who smokes will get happiness. It is Atmananda, clouded by ignorance, and ignorance caused Kama, Krodha, etc. They get suspended for the moment and you become happy. As I said, moment any happiness, all your dissatisfactions and all your ambition, desires, all get suspended. At that moment you become one with happiness, momentary.
That momentary.
That's all it is. It is like cloudy day and suddenly wind blows and it became sunny and by the time new cloud came, that's it. But the light is original sun only. There is no separate Ananda coming out of anywhere. There is no place called Ananda. No, Swamiji, America is Ananda. But then America come here, why should they come? America is Ananda. Why should people go to Australia? Why should people go to London? They want to go, it is their subject. Therefore, there is always cross travel. People staying here think that having gone here will be happy. Here think will be happier there. There is no time for happiness. There is no object for happiness. It only becomes instrumental in, like the cloud momentary, wind becomes instrumental in getting the light. But that doesn't mean wind gives light. There is light is already there. Ananda is already there. When the desire is fulfilled, so you feel I am happy. This gives me happiness. Yes, last one, if anyone has. Each one wants to get into Ananda. Sleep. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.